Even after all the lies, when he looked at me across the cafe, my heart still skipped a beat. And I hate that. I'm not really sure where to start because I still don't understand how everything fell apart so fast. I mean, I do. I guess I just don't want to admit it to myself again. His name was Evan. We were together for almost 6 years. That sounds like more than half my adult life when I say it out loud. And in a way, it really was. We met when I was 22 and still figuring out what kind of coffee I liked. He was older by 3 years, charming in that quiet, confident way, and made me feel safe. That's what I remember the most. In the beginning, he made my world feel smaller, but in a good way. More manageable. Like it was just me and him, and nothing could shake that. We had our ups and downs like every couple. Fights about time, money, attention. But we talked things out. Or I thought we did. It felt stable, like the kind of love you build your life around. We started talking about rings. Not in the Pinterest board fantasy way, but in the seriously, what kind of band do you want way. We were looking at condos. I had pictured him with graying hair. How dumb is that? I could literally imagine us getting old together. I thought that meant something solid. Then I caught him cheating. It wasn't one of those gut punch, dramatic movie moments, no slammed doors or lipstick-stained shirts. It was worse somehow. Quiet. Creeping. One night I went to his apartment while he was working late. I just brought him takeout, nothing suspicious. I punched in the key code and walked in on silence. No TV, no typing, no Evan. He wasn't there. I waited for 20 minutes, and then I got this weird feeling, like my skin knew something my brain hadn't caught up to yet. I picked up his iPad from the couch, and I don't even know what I was looking for, I swear, maybe just something to occupy me while I waited. But he was still logged into his messages. Her name popped up first, Marissa. I wish I could say it was a stranger. Or a coworker I sort of knew. But no, Marissa had been my friend since college. Not my best friend. Not someone I saw every week, but someone who'd been at my birthdays. Someone who brought wine to our dinner parties. Someone who knew what Evan meant to me. Worse, someone who'd asked me how things were going between us. More than once, with those soft little head tilts people do when they act empathetic. The texts weren't just flirty. They were long. Familiar. Emotional. Funny in a way that made me sick, like I was watching Evan with someone he actually liked more. It wasn't just a one-time hookup. I scrolled back for weeks, all while waiting for him, hands numb, lips twitching from not knowing whether to cry or scream. When he finally walked in, holding some bullshit excuse coffees, I didn't even yell. I just held up the iPad. I remember this faint little smile he had on his face, like he still thought I was there to surprise him. And then he saw the screen and stopped walking. Froze like a bad actor. Not shocked, guilty. There was a lot of crying. On me mostly. He said it didn't mean anything. That he was confused. That we were drifting, and he messed up. He kept asking me if we could talk about it, work through it, go to therapy. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just left. It's been a year. 12 months where I've gone from sobbing over my steering wheel in Target parking lots to sitting through therapy sessions where I mostly just say, I don't know, over and over. I've blocked and unblocked his number at least 5 times. I still have the necklace he gave me for our 4th anniversary in a box under my sink, and I haven't decided if I want to throw it away or bury it in my skin just to feel what it used to mean. He started reaching out again around month 7. First, a short email. Stupid stuff about how he took accountability, how he's changed, how he's never stopped loving me. Then voicemails. Then somehow, he started showing up to places I hadn't seen him at in years. My favorite coffee shop, this mutual friend's birthday. Never too close to make it obvious. Just near enough to be noticed. Somehow that hurt worse. And the worst part, the truly messed up part, is that I don't hate him like I want to. He shredded me. Not just with the betrayal, but with the emotional whiplash afterward. But my heart still hums when I see his name. Not in a fairy tale way, in a sick dog remembers its old home kind of way. A part of me still loves him. And I hate that. My friends get stiff when I bring him up, like I just told them I burned my own house down and asked if they had marshmallows. My mom told me to move on. People don't change, she said while folding laundry like it was the most casual thing in the world. Meanwhile, I spend random Tuesdays rereading our old texts and wondering what the hell is wrong with me. I want to be past it. I want closure. Forgiveness. Something. But I don't know if forgiving him means inviting him back into my life, or just letting go for my own sake. I'm stuck in this weird in-between place where I don't want to hate him forever, but I also don't know if I can ever trust him again. Like, how do you rebuild after you've seen someone at their worst, and realize they could stomach lying to you while holding your face in their hands? I'm scared that if I forgive him, it'll feel like I'm saying what he did was okay. And I'm scared that if I don't, I'll never stop being angry. I still don't know what healing is supposed to feel like. Is it closure or just numbness? Because all I feel is tired. The weirdest thing is, I don't think I ever stopped seeing us together. Even after I found the messages. After I walked out. After months of crying until I couldn't feel the edges of my face. Even when I deleted his photos, I remember thinking, if he really wanted to come back, I'd want him to earn it. Like some dumb plot line, like I was still holding the door open with my foot out of habit. And maybe I was. Maybe I still am. There's this little voice in the back of my head, you know, the one that insists people make mistakes. That not every betrayal has to be the end. I mean, we're all flawed, right? But then there's the other voice. The one that sounds a lot like me, but colder, meaner. She says, he looked you in the face and lied, and you're going to let him do it again? And I'm stuck between the two. And it's exhausting. He called me last week. Full phone call, no voicemail. I answered without really thinking, reflex or something. His voice still hits me in the chest in that old, confusing way. Soft, affectionate, familiar. Like nothing ever happened. He didn't yell or plead. He talked like we were catching up after a long break. He said he thinks about me every day. That I cross his mind when certain songs come on, or when he makes spaghetti because I used to put way too much red pepper in it. He said it plain, just like that. I miss you. He told me he's been in therapy. That he hasn't dated anyone since me. That he's not trying to force anything, he just wants a chance to show me he's different now. That phrase again. Different now. And the absolute worst part is, I didn't hang up. I sat there for 7 minutes. Listening. Breathing. Picking at the skin near my thumb until I bled a little, and using that mild sting as a reminder, don't trust this. But I still listened. I even offered polite little laughing sounds when he made jokes, like some part of me wanted to protect his feelings from awkwardness. When we hung up, I stared at the wall for an hour. I didn't cry this time. And that almost scared me more. Because not crying made me wonder, is this growth? Or am I just numb to him now? I talked to my therapist about it. She asked, gently, what would you need to see, concretely, to begin to trust him again? And I didn't have an answer. Because what do you even look for after someone shatters your sense of security? A checklist? A time limit? A blood oath? Then she said something that cracked me open a bit. She said that forgiveness isn't a transaction. It's not something he gets to earn like a reward. Forgiveness is for me. It's not about giving him access to me again. It's about not letting what he did live rent-free in my chest anymore. But I guess part of me doesn't want to let go yet. Because if I do, then that whole 6 years, all those memories, they just become something that ends in betrayal. And that makes it feel like none of it mattered. Even the good parts. Even the way we used to fall asleep holding hands. Is it sad to admit I missed that most of all? The way he'd sleep facing me, even when it gave him neck pain. It's like I'm still standing in the ashes of everything, holding one burned photo and whispering, but what if it used to be beautiful? The truth is, I don't know if I'll ever trust him again. But I also don't know if that's supposed to be the threshold. There's this grief in me that doesn't even feel like it belongs to a single moment. It's like a phantom limb from a life I lost. I still catch myself wanting to text him something random and dumb, like, guess who I saw at Trader Joe's? And then remembering, oh, but I don't want to be with someone who made me feel like I was disposable. Someone who let another woman, someone who knew me, touch pieces of him I thought were only mine. Someone who violated that invisible, sacred thing we'd built. Not just the relationship, but the safety. Still, every day I don't reach out feels like a test I barely pass. And every day he doesn't give up confuses me more. Does persistence mean he really does regret it? Or does he just hate being the villain in my story? When I saw him at that cafe last month, unintentional or not, he didn't try to talk to me. Just looked up, paused, smiled and nodded. And I swear, my knees went weak for a second. Like my whole system forgot the year of pain, and just remembered that he liked his coffee black and always hummed that dumb tune under his breath when he was thinking. I'm angry at myself for missing those things. And then I feel proud. Because I didn't walk over. I didn't crumble. I still haven't replied to his last text. I still haven't decided what to do. But I think, no, I hope. I'm starting to believe that forgiveness doesn't have to include a sequel. That I can mourn what we had, feel the full depth of it, and still not choose him. Love doesn't fix betrayal. And nostalgia isn't a reason to go back. Maybe healing looks less like closure and more like choosing yourself, even when your heart is still fractured. Even when his name still tastes sweet and bitter at the same time.